Now, there have been big changes in education over the last century. The turning point for many was 1913, the year before World War I broke out.
The job of educating children had passed from the church to newly established local education authorities. They set out to equip pupils for careers in manufacturing and commerce. But many lives would be cut short in the conflict to come. Here's Giles Latcham.
Empire Day 1913, the epitome of an Edwardian childhood. Faces free of care, frolicking in the sunshine of the last pre-war summer.
When the last girl has entered the school, the first boy can follow. That is your job, young man.
But life in the classroom 100 years ago wasn't quite so fun. History comes to life for pupils of Whitley Academy in Coventry on a visit to the Black Country Museum.
Absolute silence.
A journey through time and out of the comfort zone.
Do not move that hand.
I thought the teacher was quite scary.
The language he used is a bit demeaning to us because he usually used negative language and he was more harsh to us.
It was good to learn about what it was like then, but I wouldn't like to come to school in this time.
I think it would have been much stricter than it is today, much more formal, and not tailored to different styles of learning as teachers try to do now. But there was opportunity for fun, and there were teachers that recognised that kids needed rewards and they needed treats and they needed an incentive as well as kind of the stick that was the carrot.
Push the bolt fully home. 10 rounds grouping, aiming at the black patch. Go on.
But in 1913, storm clouds were gathering, and pupils at one of the Midlands' most famous schools were about to face their stiffest test. 1,300 old boys from King Edward's Birmingham joined up. 246 never came back.
It is a terrible toll. There was a sense, I think, of quiet patriotism. I don't think there was much in the way of jingoism where they welcomed the idea of conflict, but I think many of them might have been determined to do their bit.
Among the school's stars, the author J.R.R. Tolkien and his friends in the Debating Society, all of whom saw service.
Barraclough, a great friend of Tolkien's, was invalided. We know that G.B. Smith, Tolkien's friend, was killed. Holsworth survived, Wiseman survived, Barnsley was killed, and Parker was killed. It's just quite moving that all of them served and many of them were killed.
And what of today's schoolboy cadets? Does the history live with them?
All your officers and troops may well have come from this school and they've known each other, and that's sort of really shocking to think of people going off to fight and losing friends.
It's really surreal when you look at all the names, all the people that have died fighting for a good cause, and it's quite humbling.
Never such innocence, never before or since, wrote the poet Larkin. Few guessed what was to come or how it would change everything forever. Giles Latcham, BBC Midlands Today.
Oh, she's right, that young lad, wasn't he? Very humbling.
Especially when you put names to the numbers.
Indeed, yeah. Now, how